It is extremely common for people with ADHD to get to the end of their day and feel like they haven't really accomplished anything, even if they have. Now, if this is you, then this video is going to explain one of the reasons why, and there's quite a few. In fact, there's tons, but a lot of them have to do with time blindness. And I'm going to talk about one of the ways that time blindness interferes with our ability to feel satisfied, our ability to get to the end of the day and be like, yes. And that's not a great thing. It's not great to get to the end of a successful day and go, oh yeah, well I didn't do anything. I only cleaned the garage, made $10,000 and solved world hunger. Not a great day. Should try harder next time. No, I don't know if you've ever been there before, but I'm sure you can relate to having a day where you've pushed and pushed, you've done quite a lot, and then you get to the end of it and you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. It's the end of the day, the sun's starting to set, and you just go, oh, another day wasted. But maybe you talk to a friend, or maybe you express that that's how you're feeling to someone, and they go, hey, slap you around a little bit. What are you talking about? You did this. You had a great day. And you're like, oh yeah. Huh. When you put it like that, maybe I did. And time blindness. Time blindness, I've mentioned it before, time blindness is the ADHD really inability to perceive linear time. But there's more. It's not just that we don't do a good job estimating things. We're actually either in one of two states. We're either here and now, and something is happening right here, right now, or it doesn't exist. And because of these two states, these two options, if we're not currently in the middle of experiencing something, then as soon as we're not experiencing it, it's never existed ever. And I'm exaggerating, but only a bit, in a way, because this is so common. This runs so deep, and I will, over the days and weeks and months to come, I will be talking more and more about this, but why does this affect our sense of accomplishment? As we go through each task, as we finish or complete it, or even just make progress towards completing it, throughout that period, throughout that process, we are in the moment of doing the thing. And then as soon as it's over, we're doing something else. We very rarely are in the moment of I'm doing the thing and appreciating how well I'm doing it. Yes, I'm succeeding or achieving right now, go me. We do a thing, stop, and then start doing another thing. And because we're doing something else, this never existed. Is this making sense? Is this resonating? I really hope it is. And there's a few things that we need to do about this, because otherwise we will get to the end of days, weeks, and lives and have achieved a lot and not really be that happy about it. I mean, what's the point of achieving all of your goals if when you've done so, you're like, no, we want things to feel good, so we must actively practice feeling good about things as we achieve them, even on that micro level. If you wanted to clean your house, and in your mind, again, because you're time blind, you figured that you could clean, I don't know, 27 rooms of your palatial mansion, just for example, in like 3 hours, because sure, why not? Now, we estimate time poorly, we estimate what we can do in a given amount of time poorly. We then hold ourselves to those standards. Of course, like what? But then if we fall short, if we haven't completed and cleaned every single wing of our gigantic mansion, for example, we failed because we didn't do the one thing which was everything. Instead, we only cleaned 26 rooms. But on a more practical level, if you wanted to clean the kitchen and the bedroom, and maybe that's it, maybe that's all that you wanted to do today, along with, feed yourself, who knows. And maybe you tidied the sink or the bench, or you went to your bedroom and you took some of the cups away. That's progress. That's a significant thing. That's steps taken towards the goal. And part of ADHD as well, of course, is, we're dopamine starved. More can be said about that at another time, but yeah, wow, I don't want to get into dopamine right now. Later. But when we complete something, or even as we are making progress towards completing it, there is potential for dopamine to be, in short, released. And if we're missing those opportunities by not being present to the active progress of things, well, that's an opportunity to get something that we really lack that we're missing. We're missing that opportunity. So what do we do? Well, first of all, practice as you go through tasks, really celebrating. And it seems, and I want you to do this to a gratuitous extent. Like, not go, oh yeah, I put the cup in the sink. I mean, yes! I put the cup in the sink! Come on! Like, go ultra. Because if you've spent your whole life like not celebrating tiny minor things, then the amount that you're going to need to do to bump it back to like a reasonable amount of satisfaction, you're going to need to go way past what feels comfortable, because your comfortable range is a nothing range. So you need to go way past, and then that's going to bring you back to a new point of like, oh yeah, not bad. So celebrate big, go hard. And if you're in a house with other people, they go, what? Why are you yelling? Like, I put the cup in the sink. Yes. Own it. Eventually they'll understand. Or they won't. But push on. Okay. Now, the other thing that we can do is to be actively taking stock of things as we go through. And an example of that, there's two main examples. One is maybe by the end of the day, write down all the things that you did and see them on a page and go like, yes, do you see this? You did this, go you. Because until you sit down and actually reflect, well, you might have forgotten. You likely have, because it's not happening now. Therefore, it never happened. Beginning to come together? So, there's that. There's also, if you use to-do lists like I do, and I prefer personally to write them down on like a tangible thing, a whiteboard or something like that. If it is on a whiteboard, I personally prefer not to erase it with like the, you know what I mean, the erasey thing. If I rule a line through it or do a tick next to it, then I can look back and the things that I've ticked off, I can go, yes, they're done. And that's a really positive way to show, because if we just erase the things, all we see is the things that are left to do, rather than all the things that we have already done. Now, this is important. These are all things that I'd encourage you to... These are all things that I would encourage you to incorporate into your own life, into your own self-management, to help you feel more satisfied, even when you don't have the most colossally incredible day, even if you've just done a couple of neat things. Practice these things, incorporate them into your day, into your routine, and give yourself that, like big high five and celebrate putting the cup in the sink, because that's an achievement, and sometimes that's a pretty big one. All right, awesome. That's my piece here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked it, you know what to do. Hit like, but more importantly, hit subscribe so that you can tune in for tomorrow's upload. New uploads every single day of 2024. See you tomorrow.